What's up, everybody? Here we are again, trying, praying, in fact, that finally these live streams are going to be working again. After going through absolutely everything yesterday in terms of settings on my computer and internet connection and restream servers and streaming directly to YouTube, nothing worked. I eventually was like thinking, okay, what did I do yesterday? Alright, I updated OBS, the streaming software, at the very beginning of the streaming day, so to say. And I have a feeling it might have been OBS. It might have been the software. So if you're like live streaming or something and you're using OBS, don't upgrade always. Especially don't upgrade like 5 minutes before you want to do a live stream. Okay, so keep your fingers crossed that this will work. Let me just quickly share the link on Facebook. You can watch me or try and watch me do that. So let's go to the Riven Guard group and let people know that we're streaming, because sometimes some folks from Facebook are actually joining us. This was yesterday and it didn't work. We're trying one more time. Also, if you want to do me a favor, let me know in the chat if you can see this, if it suddenly stops working, because I am trying to read the chat while I'm streaming, which is not always easy, to be honest. If you see the rainbow wheel of death, or you just see like error messages or something like that, just let me know, because then I'm trying to fix it. Although at this point in time, I have to say I'm kind of done. I'm done fixing stuff, because there's like nothing that comes to mind that would fix this. All right, so if you guys can see this, give me a shout out in the chat real quick, because then we can start and break down this current adventure, or re-break down the recycled adventure, so to speak, which is not a knock on Kyle. I know he's very busy and he's trying his best with the things he can do. But we want to see if this adventure is working, and we want to try and break this down for you. So the chat tells me absolutely nothing. It says, hope it works. That's the last message from Manish. Thank you. And the following is keeping his fingers crossed. Hey, what does hey mean? Does hey mean, hey, the thing is not working? Or hey, I can see you? Hey, it seems to be working. Hey, we can do this. For says YouTube, okay, or YT. I don't know if this is like some. Oh, okay. There's a YouTube symbol. Okay, see, I don't even know the cheat codes for the symbols, because I'm such a noob. All right, it's working. Okay, thank you. So it seems to be working. It is working. In fact, it was OBS. Should have thought of that. But no need. I'm not gonna get mad at myself. I'm gonna get mad at the fact that this didn't work. Working. Okay. Woohoo! Let's do this. Break down Buzzy Klonkson's adventure for the second time. Without any further ado, here we go. I said all of these things yesterday already. This is gonna be like a gigantic, what's it called? Deja vu for me. But you guys, this is a first for you, if you're not counting the last adventure, so I think this is gonna be fine. Alright, so common encounter number 1. Let me just quickly pause this. This is the live stream. This is common encounter number 1. It's a very hard battle, in fact. We can play whoever we want, which means we're gonna play gigs. We always play gigs whenever we can play whoever we want, because gigs is that good. So we're also playing Runner Clue because we want more summons on the board. And now that I see this, I have to say the positioning is not ideal. Like, far from it. But it's probably okay. It's probably better to first attack with Buzzy into the Palace Guard, then use Runner Clue, and then use Gigs. Yeah, I think that is better. Regardless of that, it's a relatively easy encounter, as you guys can see. You even have 2 turns to get the lightning victory. I was a bit lucky with 4 frogs, but even if you have less than 4 frogs, you can very easily still do this. Hey, hello. Okay, it's still working. Okay, thank you so much. It's gonna be totally fine for you guys if every 5 minutes somebody posts working in the chat. I'm not gonna be mad at like double posting, because I'm just gonna be happy that the stream is working today. Alright, second encounter. We can again play whoever we want, which again, we're gonna bring gigs. I also love Grandma Bones, because it just means we're gonna have an abundance of summons, which is always a good thing. And then the important thing here is that these Palace Guards cannot reach you, because they have to stand still after they moved up, because they are hulking. So that means you have a little bit of time. You have to focus on the guys at the bottom, which we did, and then you can deal with 2 more turns to go. Actually, we cannot see it, but we're gonna see it in a second again. With 2 more turns to go on the lightning victory. make sure to take out the mage before he starts doing damage to you. But as long as you keep that in mind, you're going to be fine. And now you can see, okay, we have 2 more attacks with Gigs and Grandma Bones. And we also have Buzzy. So this is 100% a win. Here we go. And that's it. May the force be with you. Sure, may the force be with this live stream. Alright, that takes us to the last of the common encounters where we are not allowed to play gigs, I mean ranged units. But when you cannot play ranged units, that also means no Grandma Bones, no Queen Akeshu, no Katsu, nobody played Katsuma. But all the good units are ranged units in this game, so this is always a little bit harder. You need to find an alternative way of creating summons to make sure that the enemy is not going to tear through you. My favorite way of doing this is Sir Matt. More on that guy later. He's going to be popular in this adventure because he's a warrior and he can create summons, and that's basically all you need when it's an adventure for a warrior. So after the first turn, you get a little bit lucky because Tana is not using her active, because that could have actually done some damage, at least like taken out 1 more unit. But now we just have to deal as much damage as possible before we blow up the field with Silverroot, which is especially what Kyle loves to do in these adventures. He wants to teach us the way of Silverroot. He wants to tell us, okay, this is the best unit in the game. If you don't agree, play more adventures. And Kyle once again did it. Silverroot wins the day and wins the encounter. So that basically concludes all of the common encounters, which takes us to the uncommon encounters. By the way, it's working, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I had to look this up. This is the hardest encounter, at least last adventure, or last time this adventure came around, this was the hardest encounter. So let's do this one more time, just with a bit more time. So you need the team of Static Crackle is the name, because it's the only healer in the red faction or in this mechanical faction. Because the chest or crate that he can drop gives a unit more health. And if the unit has more health, or ends the fight with more health than it started the fight with, it counts as 100% health. In terms of the game's logic, did you take any damage or not? That's important. Once we know that, we can then play this encounter. And we have to move, snaz bang, don't attack, just move. Then we drop a landmine. The landmine is kind of important because that means that Buzzy's taking less damage because this guy blows up. And then we have to do the correct order of attacks. First create, then repair, then active. And because there's 3 enemies and we had 2 turns plus 1 repair action, that means we're dropping 3 bombs, not just 1. This is like me basically dropping bombs this entire stream. And that's why we get the lightning victory. Okay, that was an in-detail breakdown of uncommon encounter number 1. And that takes us to uncommon encounter number 2, where we cannot play Nixie, aka healers, but most of the time that just means Nixie. And also no Samat, which means no horses. But we can still play Grandma Bones and Gigs and Queen Akeshu, and as you can see, these are all good units because it means we're going to get some summons, we're going to do some damage, we're going to control the entire board. There's a tiny misplay here. It would have been correct to place Grandma Bones here and attack with Queen Akeshu, because then if this guy dies, we get a skeleton on top of the shade. It's the very popular shade plus skeleton combo, which is like a game winner in this entire thing. So Grandma Bones took some damage, but just healed it right back thanks to her active. Now she's at full health again, and we just handle the rest with Gigs and all of our other units, and that gets us yet another lightning victory with a perfect score. Thanks. We don't need promotion of my channel. We just need a working live stream. So, uncommon encounter number 3. The hardest encounter in this entire adventure. Actually, there's another rare encounter that's kind of hard, but much, much easier than this. So, for this encounter to work, you need luck. You need luck because the fire in the shrubs can actually spread from place to place. And if you're unlucky, you're immediately gonna get burned on the first turn, which is kind of bad. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of bad. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you just have to get lucky. As is often the case in all kinds of video games, it's better to be lucky than good. Yeah, you heard it here first. So, once we take that into account, we accept that we cannot always get the lightning victory with a perfect score. This is a relatively cool encounter. So we're starting it with a Cinder Cannon. Boom, get rid of the Ardasi. I was about to say the mage, but it's the Ardasi. Then we double team this guy in the corner. And after that, we want to place summons on the board with courtesy of Sir Matt. And that now means that the enemy is not going to do any damage to us. They are playing Whack a Summon and Whack a Cannon. But that's okay with us. The fire has spread, so now my Cinder has taken some damage, but it's not the end of the world. You can still salvage this situation. We just refresh Cinder and get another cannon, and that means that this guy is basically toast, because thanks to the burning effect, he's gonna be down come next turn, and that still counts as a lightning victory if they die on their turn. Then we just do as much damage as possible, which means here we go with Buzzy Klonkson. And then after that, Silver Road and the active just takes everybody out, because again, Silver Road is the best unit in the game as far as Kyle is concerned. High Soul, finally, yeah, it was OBS, it was the streaming software that was the problem. Okay, rare encounter number 1 is part of a tutorial series for Rivengard. This should have been an encounter that you had to play at the very early days of Rivengard, when you like first booted up the game, basically. Why? Because it teaches you how to move units when the enemies are hulking. Because as you can see, these guys are all in shrubs or dry bushes. Is it bushes? Bushes? I don't know. Bushes. I think it's bushes. And that means you just have to hold the high ground. It's over, Anakin. And then just attack them from a distance. So I need sound effects for all of this. From a distance and so on. So we're just gonna attack from high ground, boom, and then just a few more attacks because we got 3 attackers, which is quite a bit. And then these guys cannot reach us because they are hulking and they can only take 1 step. Now it's important to enable the danger zone to play this safe, and we can see, oh, they cannot get here because they can go either here or here into the shrub, which thorns, which is not advised, or they can go here, and from all of these spaces they cannot hit the unit here. So that's how we get Bullmon to just get super strong thanks to some help from Yasmin, and with a couple of attacks he takes out the first Palace Guard, and then Buzzy Klonkson takes out the other Palace Guard. Keep in mind there was still healing in play with Yasmin, so we could have, although that is not much help with Buzzy because he's a mechanical unit, but generally speaking this is a relatively easy encounter, at least if you have Bullmon. Now for this encounter, rare number 2. I'm somewhat certain that last time I played this with Sunshine and it was much easier. Some people would say it was like sunshine and rainbows. Okay. This time I wanted to prove a point and play this with both Buzzy of course, but with Sprocket and with Cinder. I don't think this is the best strategy. We can also see I have to get lucky. So the important thing, the takeaway is that you can still like take with you if you want to come up with your own strategies. Get as many repair actions in as possible before you go for the active of Buzzy Klonkson. This kind of worked, and now the guy can actually not reach Sprocket because he can only move to the next fire tile. This guy could have hit Sprocket, but prefers not to do so. I don't know why. Here it could have been better, would have been better, probably would have 100% been better to just drop a robot instead of repairing and then moving in with Cinder. So first get Sprocket into place, then repair with Cinder, and then you can attack with Buzzy and with the robot. I think that would have been a much better play, but it doesn't matter. Rare encounter number 3. You played it with Sunshine? Okay, thank you. I don't always look up my own my old runs. So this is Ollie lucking out. Look at the best active effect in the game, Corrin's effect. It put everything on ice and hit the enemy here. You cannot get luckier than that, because this enemy can also a crit hit, I think. So this enemy can now not get out and hit Buzzy. We could use the active of Buzzy Klonkson, but there's no real reason to, because Corrin is gonna heal. And now we just won this after 1 turn. This was a very weird encounter. There's other ways to make this work. Wingtip is a strong option. He's also a warrior. The Broho posted an entire breakdown. Also here you could see that if the enemy dies on their turn, you still get the lightning victory. The Broho posted an entire breakdown of how to do this with Wingtip on the official Discord, I think. Either in the adventure channel or in the creators lounge. I'm just gonna call it lounge. It's my lounge. It's basically my lounge chair. Alright. Common encounter number 4 is the encounter where you don't have to play Buzzy. You just go in with everybody that is good at killing multiple enemies at once, which is obviously Tana, the queen of PvP, and then Nimrul, the king of PvP. And if you combine those two and then you follow it up with Silverroot just to wrap things up, put like a bow tie on it, you get a perfect victory without any problems whatsoever. That takes us to the last rare encounter, which is kind of hard. I can play my Wombo combo, the best combo in the game if you're asking me. That's why I'm playing it this way, which is setting tiles on fire with Snare Spang and then taking out the fire immediately afterwards with Agna. I love this move. It is so janky, it shouldn't work, but it does. I just love it. So here we go, Agna taking the fire away from Snare Spang, and now we only need to get rid of this somewhat annoying Haroon, but with Wingtip it's relatively easy. Now we need to place a unit on the Strudel, and then the enemies cannot teleport here, and now they are all ripe for the taking for Myvera. Make sure to not step into your own landmine, that would be kind of bad. We're using first all of the other attacks that we have, so Myvera has to get less lucky. So here's Wingtip taking one out, and then there's two more enemies. We have high ground, they don't, and that's all she wrote. So we went down on them trip style. Yeah, that's what we're calling it when Myvera takes enemies out. That's trip style, because she used to play a lot of Myvera back in the days when everybody was only at gold rank, and Myvera meant that the enemy team was immediately down and dead. One unit taking 5 units out. That was the old days of Hero Arena. These days are much more interesting. You have to first use kicks and then Snare Spang before they are dead. Okay, I cannot speak today. So my streaming software is working, but my mouth is not. Alright, so here, we're going with the Hive superpowered faction, which is Buzzy, and then there's some Sprocket in the back, and then also we have a Snare Spang. Then we just send Buzzy to the front, and before he does anything, we just go with Snare Spang. He just cleans house, and then after that some rockets in the face of this last palace guard, and we get a very easy lightning victory. So very straightforward. Which takes us to epic encounter number 2, where we have to play warriors. So that means very often Zermatt. Zermatt is pretty good. Also Silverroot happens to be kinda good in adventures. I'm also playing Bullmon just because I like Bullmon. So as you can see, there's like a number of ways how to do this. I'm even surprised now that I realize that I did in fact not play Silverroot. What has happened to me? Okay. So as you can see, this is not much of a challenge. We're just going in, taking some enemies out with some horses, or try to put summons on the board so the enemies are not focusing on us. Then we are attacking with Bullmon, which seems like a misplay, to be honest, because we could have also dealt with this guy in the back. But I think I'm just relying on the fact that he's gonna deal with the summon instead of attacking us, which is a questionable strategy. Then we go in with Buzzy. After that, we're creating yet more summons. And this time they have enough health, so they will survive the merry-go-round. And then our summons are also doing us the favor of taking out the guy in the back of the map, because otherwise this could have been hard. I don't even know. I don't think Bullmon would have reached him. Don't play this like me. Play this with a bit more security and first take out the enemy in the corner before you deal with the palace guards. Either way, this was a relatively easy encounter. That takes us to the last epic encounter, where we have to play red units, and this is the encounter that says that Buzzy Klonkson is a good unit, but not the best red unit, because there's a bunch of other red units that are extremely explosive and aggressive. So we're playing all of the aggressive units, which means Snare Spang, boom. Then after that, Myvera, boom, 2 enemies down. And then after that, we also have Sunshine and Wingtip. Like, what is this? An abundance of riches. So we're just going in with everything, and then Wingtip finishes the enemies off, and I don't even know what Snare Spang, what Buzzy was doing. He was just like cheerleading from the back, and that's basically what happened here. And this is how we took out this last encounter. We got the second to last chest, and now there's only the legendary encounter left. So because I didn't want to sit there yesterday evening, as I could just increase the light a bit, and just wait with 6 tickets not doing anything because the live streams weren't working, I did play this yesterday, full disclosure, but I can show you live how I did this, because this is again very straightforward encounter. Now I do have the advantage of having a bunch, not just one, not just two, like a bunch of highly leveled warriors, and then this legendary encounter is really not much of a challenge. What I did is I played against Zermatt for the summons, and actually you don't have to play warriors, you have to play no ranged units. Okay, yeah. And Silverroot, just because I like to rub it in that Kyle of Silverroot. It's the running gag of these live streams. So what I'm doing is I'm just moving Buzzy somewhere to the front. It's really not that important. Then we go with Runner Clue. And this is the worst that can happen because now Buzzy is cornered in, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. And then we're just going to move to the front, get some summons. And the idea here was that the summons are going to make sure that the enemy is not attacking us, but because my Sir Matt at this point in time is level 50, the summons are so powerful that they are actually really doing quite a bit of work. So it's not like they're just there to get hit and make sure that nobody else gets hit. The summons are actually doing a lot of work. Then we're cornering in Siad, so he can now not do any damage to us, or he cannot spawn any snakes, which is kind of mean as far as I'm concerned. And then we can move in with our units. We can pull Silverroot, but we don't have to. It's mostly about getting rid of Siad. And then we have 4 summons and 3 palace guards, and this is a pretty unfair fight because all of our summons are super powered. And if you want to get some XP for Buzzy and also some looting, then we can do this, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. This is a very straightforward encounter where you have like an abundance of time to get a perfect victory. It's very easy to do. I've done this yesterday a couple of times, and one time Sir Matt got hit twice. He can still heal himself because of the summons, and one time Runner Clue got hit. So there was one run out of 7 or 8 where I didn't get the perfect victory. So I believe this is one of the easier legendary encounters, at least if you have the units. But then again, this is almost always the case. So let's just quickly run through it one more time. Yeah, sometimes Siad does this, it really doesn't matter. And sometimes, as you can see here, Sir Matt gets hit. But that also doesn't really matter, because if this happens, you can first get Yasmin to high ground. You don't have to heal Sir Matt, but I just want to have the effect again. And then I'm strategically placing my units. So I'm placing one here, and then I'm going with the second round of summons. And that means that yes, there is a snake spawning, but it's not much of a problem because we still got like all of the options here. So now there's a fire tile between us and the enemies, and they cannot really do anything. We could use Silverroot. We could also just wait another turn because they're not going to deal damage to us. They're just going to focus on the summons. And as you can see, this is again over. You can do some more damage if you want, and then finally Silverroot to wrap things up. And we get another lightning victory with a perfect score. So this legendary encounter, as far as I'm concerned at least, is not super hard. Legendary encounters are normally the most challenging, but not this time. Yeah, and I believe it was the same legendary encounter last time, but I'm not 100% sure. Somebody else maybe double check this. I really didn't watch the old video except for the uncommon 3 level, which I honestly didn't remember. Tama came up with the strategy last time, and that worked again this time. Alright, in the end, that's how we got this. There's 1 or 2 encounters that are relatively hard, where you have to get a little bit lucky. The rare 3, I believe, with the shrub on fire. That's definitely one of them, where you have to get a little bit lucky. And the one where the entire field is on fire, and I used Corrin, but you have to play 3 warriors. But this is also possible with Wingtip, and according to the Broho, it's relatively easy. I don't think any encounters have changed. Oh, is it completely recycled this time around? Okay. Yeah, I guess there was an issue because, as far as I know, the Snowprint team was in the UK for an event for Warhammer, for Tacticals basically. And then they lost 1 week where they couldn't do any work. And then there was another week where they had like a team get together or something like that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to spoil the beans or not. But anyway, the end of the day, they didn't have as much time as they were thinking they would have, and that's why we had a bit of a delay. There's stuff in the works for the next patch, and some of it I quite like a lot. So let's hope that we're gonna soon have a new patch, and then there's some changes that people are gonna appreciate. So normally we don't have like 1 million people watching because this is the weirdest time for half of the world. But I have to play through Onslaught because my current festival quest says that I have to play Onslaught. Yep. So we are going to do that now. And as always, we're going to try and... So I don't think it makes sense to do like live drawings for Onslaught. On the other hand, last time I lost so many units that people ended up with next to no summoning tokens. If it hadn't been for Kyle saying, okay, we spun his name, everybody gets a summoning token, the last run would have awarded 0 tokens because I lost so many guys. Good to see you live again. Thank you. Yeah. Yesterday wasn't meant to be. It's the new OBS software. I'm gonna report this bug in their forums or on their Discord. If you are using OBS on a Mac, it's a Intel Mac. OBS is currently not working apparently. Oh, at least for me it's not working. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else. Alright, let's take a look at Shrouded Citadel. So, we're going Conquering Shrouded Citadel. And this is encounter 1. And units lost so far is 0. Let's hope this is gonna stay the same. Let's quickly decide on who we're gonna honor. For honor your heroes. Oh, it's Nimrod. Okay, good decision making, Oli. So let's take a look at this encounter. The hero power is probably gonna get changed. Let me quickly make a note. Let me quickly make a note to myself, because I know that Kyle was posting some changes for the next build. Is the Onslaught hero power strength going to get adjusted? Yeah, so the idea is that the 4,250 is way too low for hero power, because you're gonna get fed heroes that can do absolutely nothing. So my point was that these newer encounters should require you to have a hero power of at least 40,000. Because that is often gold rank 1 or close to gold rank 1. You can see this Katsuma is not gold rank 1 yet, because I don't like Katsuma that much, but she's a legendary unit at level 35, so she's not that bad, and she's got 46k. So if they just add another 0 at the end of the hero power, and it wouldn't be 4,250 as it says here, but instead 42,500, it would be good. I don't want to know if fair is the best word, but it would definitely be better, because I mean, this Sprocket is like okay, she's level 37 obviously, but she's not gonna be like that much help. Actually, the robot is gonna be some help, but for example, this Vittoria is gonna do nothing. If you get lucky, you get 1 crit hit, and she's gonna deal like damage to 2 or 3 enemies, and then it's gonna be fine before she gets killed immediately. If, on the other hand, you're gonna get fed like a token by the system, you're gonna be happy if he survives magically 1 turn. Magically. His passive needs to be really strong for that. I don't think that's going to happen. So that's why I basically said, hey, just add another 0. These units should be gold rank 1 or higher, which is roughly 40,000 power. As you can see here, these guys, also the Silver Road would not help at all, because he's only there for his effects. And he's got a high power score because of the weapon. And the equipment. So this is also kind of misleading, not a great unit, but the equipment pushes him over the threshold. Alright, anyway. Hopefully this gets addressed in the next patch. So let's take a quick look at the enemies. So we're gonna see some skeletons, we see some spirit samurais, we see some gunners. Okay, nothing super out of the ordinary. Let me quickly check my calendar, because I have a million appointments today. Okay. We need to do this relatively quickly, but we have some time. Alright, let's go in. So, Nimrod it is, and it's an open map, which can be good, can be bad, but as you can see, there's some open space on the left side. The enemies would have to walk all the way around if they want to reach us, so if we place a tree in the middle, that should be pretty strong. The enemies could probably take down the tree eventually, but it's okay. And then on the right side, we're gonna hope that we're gonna end up with some frog warriors that are gonna keep in the shrub. Ideally the trees here, because then we're gonna heal somebody that is in this shrub, and that would be really good for us, obviously. So I think this is a strategy that makes sense. So let's stick with this team, because we like trees. And we see immediately there's a gunner at the front. Okay, the gunner is a bit of a problem, but we can use Queen Akeshru to take him out. That's good for us. And now we can replace the what's it called? Tree. Now we can replace the tree where I wanted it to be. Yeah, we're rhyming today. So let's place Yasmin here. Why? Because this guy now can only hit certain spots, as you can see. So that's relatively good for us. We still have a bit of an issue, and that is that Queen Akeshru can get hit by the guys from the right side. So let's fix that and make them walk around the tree. And now only this guy can reach Queen Akeshru, but there's only 1 hit. And we do have a legendary unit So she should be fine. So let's activate the global. Okay, we don't want to move anybody next to Yasmin. We want to move Dogger close enough so Dogger can eventually get to the front. Okay, we're good. We're good. Look at this. This is turned out pretty much exactly the way that we wanted it to be. So we need to get rid of this one enemy. That's when Nimrul comes in. That's when Nimrul comes in. Brief, Ollie, brief. That's when... Oh, Nixie does not come in there. Okay, so we're gonna place a bunch of summons in the middle of the board. We can actually get a relatively big Dogger summon. That's kind of good. Let me think about this. If we go here... We can now move between these two guys. And if we get super lucky, we might even get a summon that is stepping... Die! That is stepping between the enemy and us. Nope, no such luck. Oh, we can get rid of the other gunner. Yeah, I think that's a fine choice. Let's get rid of one gunner and do it like this. Okay, let's see what they do. Nixie's still alive. Nixie's still alive. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, we're live and flying. Whew. Go Nimrul. No, no. Don't encourage this bad unit to get any more spotlight. So we could actually use the active of Queen Akeshru here, which is kinda good, because more enemies would have to stop thanks to the darkness. I think that's an okay choice. Okay, we got one summon out of it. That's alright. Then we're just gonna get rid of this guy, obviously. And then... I don't want to... Oh, is that high ground? Doesn't look like high ground to me, but I guess it is. We could use Nimrul now. We could also just play it safe. So let's try and play it safe, because it means more summoning tokens for you guys. Let's attack from a distance with Nixie. Oh, nice critted. And I think that's it. I don't want to move next to Yasmin because there's a chance that Nimrul gets destroyed. So let's move here. Yeah, they're dealing with the summons. That's good. Okay, we're good. We're good. So now we have a Frog Warrior in the right side, in the shrub, just like I explained at the beginning. That's what we're going for. Our units are getting stronger. So let's maybe switch this a bit around. Nixie goes to the left. Nimrul just does nothing, as always. And then we take out this guy on the right. And then we can, move back with Yasmin. And at least get like one buff. And that's for Dogger. It's not the best buff, but it's a buff nonetheless. Also, we do have a second refresh, which is good. So there's some gunners coming, but we're good. Okay, Frog Warrior runs out of the shrub. That's not the best play ever, but that's okay. We can also... We can put Dogger to the front. Or do we want to go for a second Dogger summon? There would be 3 frogs. 3 frogs is not a lot of frogs. 3 frogs is not a lot. I think we're gonna get rid of this guy. This gunner could hit us if he goes 1, 2, and then he could shoot us. But if he stands there, there's no other gunner that can hit us unless these guys are moving in. Okay, so let's give them something to do. Let's go with the second Dogger summon. And this seems like a bit of okay, not great, but it's okay. And then let's just create yet another shade. We're just gonna overload the board with summons. Ah, crap, so close. And move Nimrul in and hope that he doesn't die, which is obviously famous last words. Okay, we're good. We're pretty good here. Okay, 2 more gunners. Those are a bit problematic, and then there's a new wave after this turn. I think we should just move carefully. Ah, man, I would like to hit the gunner in the back. What is he? Oh, can Yasmin take out this guy? Because Yasmin is beefy. Can you... Ah, come on! Do I want to move in with Dogger? That seems like a really bad decision. Okay. Here goes nothing. Here goes absolutely nothing. Good crit hit. Okay. So there's hope. Come on. Don't die. Nobody die. Okay, we're good. Woof, we're running low on summons, so we need to retreat a little bit now. We can get rid of the gunner in the corner, but for that to work, we would have to sacrifice eventually our Queen Akeshru, so let's not do that. Let's instead place a summon in the middle of the board. Nice. And then let's kill this guy. Now Dorga is in a risky position, to be honest. I think it's Nimrod time. Okay, that was good. And now there's one hit against either Dorga or Yasmin, but he likes to go for Yasmin, which is nice. I agree with that play. Thank you, enemy. And we can retreat. Place a summon on the board. Boom. We could hit him. Dorga's still at full health. So I think this is fine. And then we're gonna run away. And hide in the back. Yeah. Good. Good. Solid strategy. I'm happy with my choices today. This seems to work out. There's an enemy in the middle. Oh, we can get rid of this skeleton. Dorga is just gonna go to the front lines now. Yeah. Let's just have Dorga as a frontline fighter. Nimrod can go to the other side. Boom. Because we still have Yasmin. Yasmin is taking like half of her health as damage, but we have a healer. So we're just gonna play this game as it was originally intended. That you have like healers that are actually healing your units and stuff like that. That was like never happening in this game. Because everybody was just too strong and immediately taking everybody out. But in theory, this is how Rivengard was supposed to work. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. So we're just gonna move to the back, heal Yasmin, and now we should be fine. Okay, Dorga took one hit, but she's still very much alive and running. Nimrod is doing some real work today. What is happening? Hey, everyone. Hey, Matthew. Hello, Borsalino. What is happening? Nimrod is doing some work. This is a first. This is an absolute first. So, let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. And then we can also get rid of this guy. I want to get the buff. Wow. Walk in the park. Walk in the park again. So let's heal. And then let's retreat. This is going to be our strategy for the rest of the match. It's heal and retreat. You're going to go here. I want to heal the Frog Warrior, but I don't want to lose Nixie, so let's not do that. Let's just go back. Okay, we're down to 2 summons. We're down to 1 frog. Okay, not great. Also, this is the last wave. Yeah, this is the last wave. Oh my god, is Nimrod gonna put in like that much work? Okay, what are the odds? What are the odds? How many units is Nimrod gonna take out? Is it gonna be like 3 or 4? Oh my god, that would be something. Let me just scroll this up a bit. Come on, Nimrod, you can do this. Come on. Boom! 2 of them is down. That's pretty good. Let's take out another one. Okay, cool. And then we're just gonna get rid of these last couple of guys. Crit it. There we go. I even announced it. So, wow. That's the way to wrap things up here today. Yeah, first run, perfect run. There we go. Nimrod is the goat. Yeah, actually he was kind of useful today. Okay, I have to admit Nimrod was very good in this run. Okay, let's see, as always. This is the moment of truth. I mean, Nimrod, come on. You just fought really hard. Took out all the enemies. You totally deserve a badge as far as I'm concerned. Yeah? Like, do something for yourself. Give yourself a badge, okay? Come on. It's not meant to happen. It is not meant to happen, but okay, that's the way it is. So, we have the first run in the books. 0 units lost. Back to our old usual schedule, basically. Yeah, it's true. Do something for yourself. He's the one who's like spinning the wheel, basically. Alright, guys. We are drawing a winner, as we often tend to do. Which means that... why is Firefox on? I'm so confused today. Let's go to our random name picker. And if you want to participate in the prize drawing, just enter your name in the chat. I'm just going to go over the chat for the last couple of names. And then we're going to do a bit of a prize drawing. Also, I'm just going to adjust my camera. I'm trying to adjust my camera. What am I missing? Oh. I got it. Give me just another second. Okay. Oh, I don't have the filters in this view. Is that true? Okay. I cannot move my image. I might be able to, but I don't think this is working. It's alright. Doesn't matter. Let's just stay here. Alright. So who's here? Käsecheck is here. Then the following is here, obviously. And then we got Borsalino. We got Matthew Nealon. We got Slumby. Is that it? Oh, Xis is here. Xisted. Raisin is / was here. Sam is / was here. It's been a while. And Force is also here. Is that it? Oh no, Manish is also here. Sorry guys. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. And by catch up I mean like read the very start of the chat. Okay, anybody missing? Is that it? I think we got it. I'm kind of mad that OBS was the issue. Didn't think of that. Alright. I give you, I don't know, 5 more seconds. Enter your name in the chat if you want to participate in the prize drawing. 10 summoning tokens are on the line. No? Nobody? Nobody else? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Here we go. Let's see who's winning this one. And, oh, crap, I totally forgot my sound effect. It's Raisin! Congratulations! Yeah. So, let me just remove your name. Because I only want people to win once. Ugh. Crap. This wasn't supposed to disappear. But that's okay. I think Kyle is just gonna believe me at this point. Hopefully. Hopefully we've built some trust in the past. Okay. Live streams are finally working again. It was OBS. On the first round of Onslaught, Raisin won the prize drawing. I didn't lose a unit. Okay, so Raisin, if you could be so kind, send Kyle a message, let him know your in-game player ID, and then he's gonna go back to you and hand you some tokens. Alright, on to the next one. Because we don't have time to waste. I have appointments to make. It's not a joke, actually. Alright, so encounter number 2. Let's hope we only have to update this once, because then it says encounter number 2 on the other side. There. And units lost to 0. That's exactly what we're going for. So more skeletons, but nothing else has changed. It looks like there's less spirit samurais in general. There's some in the the last wave is a piece of cake with no gunners. But wave 2 is kind of hard with 5 spirit samurais. They are diamond rank 1, but that's still pretty tough. Okay, so lots and lots of skeletons and some gunners. Maybe you want to bring in Bullmon? I believe Bullmon would not be like Bullmon would be much better than Nimrul here, to be honest. But then again, we want to get the badge for Nimrul. So let's see where the gunners are gonna spawn. Okay, if we get lucky, yeah, we do get lucky. Queen Akesho gets a buff. If Queen Akesho gets a buff, that means this guy goes down. That's what we want. So now we have 1 target for our enemies to strike. That's good. Then we can do this. And now our only problem is that Nixie can get hit. I'm just gonna move Dogger to the front. Actually, if I can, yeah, Yasmin is even better. Great. So now we have a beefy unit in front of Nixie. She could get hit once. Once is fine. We have to move Dogger to the front anyway, so let's move Dogger to the front. And then Nimrul, he just needs to be like close enough to eventually strike. Strike first, strike hard. Is that the Cobra Kai motto? I don't know. Nimrul, if he was in a dojo, he would go to Cobra Kai. I'm 100% convinced of that. Alright, so the shade goes down almost immediately. No surprise there. The tree is actually putting some work in for us. Okay, so now Dogger can again get between a couple of enemies to give us a gigantic summon. I'm just trying to figure out what the best spot is. I believe if we get rid of the skeleton... Oh, also we have Nimrul. Ah, come on, Nimrul. You can do this. You are the best unit in the game, according to certain guildmates. Okay, come on, Nimrul. The right side, please. Okay. I have officially no more reason to ever complain about Nimrod again. That was pretty dope. So let's get rid of this guy. Dogger in the middle. Boom. Super special summon. I should have moved Queen Akeshu first, but that's okay. Because we still have options. You get down. This reminds me of the the joke. Get down and then more. Double the action. Get down again. Oh, are we gonna lose Nixie? We're gonna no. It was one shot. One more shot. Oh no, I hate these gunners. So close. So close. We almost kept Dogger. That would have been so easy with Dogger. Now this is gonna get a bit harder. Now. Alright. Who do we get in? I think Giggs is the better option here. There's a lot of enemies, by the way. Did they? Oh, they spawned 1, 2, 3. I did not realize that. I'm so used to, like, there's always a round in between. That's the reason why this is so tough. Okay. Good to know. Good to know indeed. Okay, so here we're going for a tactical retreat with Nixie, and we're healing Queen Akeshu. I think those are two good moves. Now, Yasmin can actually go to the front line. She's gonna be beefy enough. She's gonna be beefy enough, okay? We're not gonna discuss this now. This is gonna be the way, okay? I'm just gonna say it, and it's gonna happen the way I described it. Okay, then we're gonna go with Nimrod because he's great, and he's taking out some enemies. That's great. And now we want to get rid of the guy. If we get rid of the gunner for 1973, that would be amazing. Let's play it safe and get rid of the skeleton. And Giggs can move in a bit. So let's hope that Nimrod is gonna survive. I basically had to hold my breath. Alright, Nimrod is still alive. And we are up and running. This is gonna be total devastation. Watch this. We have to get rid of this super annoying guy on the side first. And then we can throw a Giggs bomb. And after the Giggs bomb, we can run in the middle with Nimrod. I mean, that's gonna be epic. You just have to get rid of this guy first. So let's try and do this. Here is not a crit hit, which we needed. And we need to... What happens if we let them... Nope, that's not great. Let's hope... What's the best option here? If I'm going to high ground... Nah. Okay, so... This spot here is the spot for Giggs. We need to attack from this spot. I think. So we need a crit hit. Come on. Here we go. So now there's Giggs. Boom. And now there's Nimrod. Oh, that was a perfect opening for the active of Queen Akeshu. I just saw it like a split second after I pulled the trigger. Ah, crap. Okay, can we get rid of these skeletons? So this has effectively 3,000. Okay, that's too much. This guy has effect... Oh, actually, we can... If you use some Nimrod magic... Nice. We can now get two skeletons, two shades out of this. And I think we're in business, but Nimrod is down. We are in business, but Nimrod is down. Oh, Giggs is also down? What? What? Oh my god. We're going back to our old ways. So we have now lost 3 units. Oh, crap. So let's bring in... Doesn't really matter. Shun. And here's a unit. Okay, are we going with... Who are we using here? Where are we spawning? Okay, it's not like he's next to the enemies. Okay, we do have a frog warrior. That's good. Yeah, I think it's time to retreat. I think it is time to retreat. This is actually not a joke, this encounter, because of the number of enemies that are the close distance between the spawns. That's the main issue here. I think we're gonna lose another unit, to be honest. I don't see how we can avoid it. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Oh my god, we're not losing a unit. I mean, quite honestly, that deserves an applause as far as I'm concerned. I'm just gonna give it to myself, okay? Yeah, I deserve it, okay? You might not agree, but that's the way it is. So now we can actually use Tim Tim for one. Actually, we're gonna take out 2 enemies if we get a little bit lucky. Nice, pretty good. We got rid of 1 wave, wave number 4. So this is only wave number 5 that is left. We can get rid of 1 of these guys. We can get rid of 1 of these. Jesus, we need to. Let's hope that the summon is gonna be strong enough to withstand 1 hit from the enemies. And then we're gonna get rid of you on the left side. Boom. And Nixie with some help. Oh no, she doesn't need help because she's got high ground. I'm just gonna take out the other guy. Oh, come on, Shun. 1 shot in the face. You're a summon. The bullet should just like fly right through you. What are you doing? Okay, we lost another unit, unfortunately. But we tried our best. So let's bring in Akio, because we're only gonna bring in the big guns here. And now we're gonna see that Nimrod is a unit, that Tim Tim is a unit. Okay, and we're gonna see that Akio is a unit, and we're going to see that maybe Nixie is a unit. Okay, Nixie is a unit. Okay, woohoo! And we did finish this. This was relatively cool. I like the fact that Kyle was spicing up the encounters, because like 5 waves, like boom, 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 everybody just like running out at the same time almost. That felt like a very different way of playing Onslaught. So I appreciate that a lot, even though it kind of sucks for you guys, because it's way harder to keep all the units alive when there's so many enemies coming at you with next to no time in between. I also was very lucky. I only got fed like 1 trash unit by the game, and that was Shun, who did not withstand 1 bullet, because that would have been really helpful. Okay, anyway, let's hope that Nimrod finally gets his well-deserved legendary badge. Yay. An orb. Cool. Right, we got an orb. Oh, also I should just enter this for the quest. Okay. We have to defeat 100 enemies with mages. Actually, that's kind of good in Onslaught. We're gonna spawn a couple of shades, so we're gonna be fine. All right. We need to do prize drawing. We lost 4 units, which means 6 summoning tokens for you guys. 1 of you guys. Is there anybody that joined the chat after I did the last prize drawing? If so, speak up now. I agree, those new changed levels were fun. Yeah, 100%. I always like when they are spicing things up. Who? What's up? Also, it would be super interesting if there will be enemies entering not only from the top but also from the bottom, and you would be spawning in the middle. Yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. Random dude is here. Hello. Hello. Okay, is that it? No worries, I got the message. Let me change this. You're here, just ahead of me, just behind my head. I don't know why I can't move my camera. Actually, I'm thinking if I can make this work, but I'm not. It's one of those days. I'm too confused to get it done. Was it? It should have been a filter, to be honest, but the filter is not here. What's it? If it's not a filter, what is it then? Nope. Okay. I don't know how to change this right now. I'm too confused, which is very weird. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do another prize drawing. We got everybody. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. No, not the message. No, just woke up. My timing is awesome. It is. It is indeed. Yeah, if you just woke up, you did it right. Congratulations. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. 5 minutes out of bed, 6 summoning tokens for you. I mean, Not that bad. We need to... well, here's the button. I'm just looking like a blind person. Alright. Second Onslaught run. I lost 4 units. Those encounters, where the enemy units are spawning round after round. Cool. This time, random dude won. Just out of bed. So 6 tokens for him, please. Alright, cool, we got it. Lucky morning, absolutely, yeah. You must still be dreaming. Yeah, previous winners, raise and remove, please. Yes. Pick another name, and random dude needs to disappear. Sorry, only one time winning. Yeah. Okay, so we have one more round in us before I'm gonna have to deal with client complaints because I'm not phoning them at 12 like we agreed. But that's okay. I'm just doing this for you guys. Encounter number 3, 7 waves. Here we go. This time Spirit Samurais and no gunners. That's good. Then wave 2 is in round number 3. Okay, so we have 2 rounds in between. That's good to know. Then we have more samurais. Oh no, we have gunners. Those are gunners. So we need to try and get a couple of summons on the board until round number 5. Then the gunners are going to focus on the summons, hopefully. Round 7, more Spirit Samurais. Round 9, more skeletons. Round 11, more gunners. Okay. This seems manageable. Quite honestly, again, I would love to play Bullmon here. I think we're going to bench Nixie and play Bullmon. Let's give this a try. Okay, so Bullmon definitely, I'm repeating myself, does not need a buff from Yasmin. So let's play this like this, because that means that the first buff is 100% gonna go to Queen Akeshu. She can take out an enemy. Then we have Bullmon. We play Nimrod because, yeah, honestly, I don't know. We're trying to get the Honor Your Heroes bonus. And then obviously we have Dogger in the corner. I mean, that sounds like a plan. Enemies cannot reach us yet. That's good. We could hit them. So there's a decent enough chance. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just stay here. Let's just have them come to us. And get a frog. Why not? Yeah, let's just have them come to us. It's fine. Okay. Dogger cannot reach them. Between the two, that would have been better. We can get rid of these guys in the middle, because then Dogger is going to give us a really big summon. Oh, really big. Really big, in fact. So second round was skeletons. Skeletons cannot reach Nimrod. So Nimrod can... Wow, these guys are beefy. Let's go here and try and corner this enemy in. Didn't really work, but that's okay. And here's the skeletons. And now Bullmon is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. We won this encounter already. I know you don't believe me, but just watch this. Like, Bullmon, snag, attack. It's a snack attack. It's the best attack in the game. Boom. And we won. Yeah, this encounter is over. This encounter is over. We can even bench Nimrod now. Nimrod is now chilling in the lounge in the back. He's just sitting there waiting for some enemies to show up to eat some more. Bullmon needs to get out of this weird spot because he's currently in Thorns. So we're just going to eat a Shade because the Shade was about to disappear anyway. Now I believe there's some gunners now. Oh, more samurais! Oh no, it's gunners. It's gunners. I will always mix them up. Let's move a little bit back to the side, and we're good. Yeah, these gunners are doing absolutely nothing. Bullmon is now not an all-star because keep in mind these gunners are not summons, but it doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, doesn't matter. We can here go for the Shade because there's a round in between before the enemies spawn again. So we're back back to our regularly scheduled Onslaught program. So that means we have a bit more time to regroup and like just put people in places where they belong. More frogs. Okay, this round is over. Did I mention that? I think I did. This was actually... Yeah, this was perfectly played. Yeah, actually this was not the best play because I should have moved Bullmon closer to the middle so he's like 100% going to be able to eat someone. But other than that, this was a great move. So here's another Shade. We can do this because it's fine. We just want to have a super powered Bullmon at this point. We're just competing for the Guinness World Bullmon record, and we can even move Yasmin into the Thorns because it does not matter. It does not. So Bullmon is now super strong. Our frogs are even getting buffed. Our Queen Akeshu gets buffed. We're gonna get another frog. Nimrod is chilling in the back, and we're just passing play. And here's some skeletons to eat. Nice, nice, nice. Bullmon is already hungry. He's clutching his belly, boom, 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 playing the Bullmon drum, and whoop, one guy dead. And then, misplay, terrible play by me. I should have first attacked with Queen Akeshu to get a shade before we end the turn. Yeah, not my best play. Not my best work. Let's move to the side. Bullmon doesn't have to eat because he's got, at this point, 8,000 health and 4,000 armor. Wow. Talk about invincible. This is a unit that will never die. Even if there's like 5 rows of enemies all spawning at the same time, Bullmon is not going to be impressed. Yeah, this Bullmon is not going to be impressed. Is this already? No, it's not the last round, but it's the second to last round. We can get an attack. Let's check our options. Nope, no shades this time. So let's just get rid of this guy. And yeah, let's call it a day. Okay, we're good. This was fun while it lasted, but it has lasted. It has lasted and it's gone. This round is over. Half of our frog warriors have been buffed at this point. Like, everybody's super powered in our team, and the enemies cannot really do anything here. Yeah, bye-bye. Bullmon is gonna eat another guy. Nice, 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 nice. Boom, even the bigger guy. Here's another summon, courtesy of Queen Akeshu. And the round is over. Actually, how big is my Queen Akeshu at this point? 5,000 attack. Wow. Wow. Not bad. Okay. I actually never cared to update the information on the side, so let's just do this. This is encounter number 3. We have lost absolutely 0 units, and we're going to keep it that way because the encounter is over. And that means, boom, we got the victory. We even got the Dorga Master Quest almost done now. And we defeated 100 enemies with... we defeated 3 enemies with mages, so... let's call it a start. I was assuming that my mages are going to be doing a little bit more damage. They didn't really, but that's alright. Okay, that was the 3rd encounter. We're going to try one more time. Come on, Nimrod. Come on. Come on. Yay, an orb. Woohoo. Yeah, so we're drowning in orbs. We still don't have the legendary badge for Nimrod, but it's okay. It's eventually going to happen, I'm sure of it. Let's do another prize drawing. We got PHP Pinoy. It was close, yeah. Very close round. Who just showed up? If anybody else wants to enter the prize drawing this time for 10 summoning tokens because we didn't lose a unit, let me know. Also, if you do not happen to win, don't fret, because after this round is over and I'm ending the stream, you can just leave a comment because we did an adventure stream, and let me know what your favorite encounter was or what unit you would like to see an adventure next for. I think Silverwood is like in the making, or it's gonna come back basically. And if you leave a comment below the video after the stream is over, I think you cannot comment while the stream is still running, you can also win something. Alright. So, last prize drawing for the day. The other one I'm doing tomorrow or so. So without further ado, unless somebody posts something in the chat, I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds to post something in the chat. If you're here, just watching, not saying anything, post now or forever hold your breath. Peace. I don't know. Okay, nobody. Right, so, last prize drawing of the day. Good luck to whoever wins this one. If it's going to be any pretty much the same as before, it's going to be PHP Pinoy, who just showed up in the chat. So let's see. Slumby, congratulations! Congratulations to Slumby. Let me just copy this, forward the information to Kyle. Last Onslaught run. Slumby won. I didn't lose a unit. So 10 summoning tokens to him, please. Alright, cool. That's it. That's it for today. Sorry guys, I have to cut this short because I actually have to work. now that my OBS is working again. That's a good start for the day. Need to make some phone calls. Hope everybody had fun. Sorry again for yesterday evening's attempts that did not go the way that they were supposed to go. I hadn't thought that it could have been OBS. I thought of everything else. I thought of my internet connection, thought of Restream being down, thought of YouTube having troubles, whatever. And in the end, it was an issue with the latest version of OBS. In case anybody else is live streaming and is interested in this topic, it is version 21.1. That's the latest version that just came out, 21.1, and that was the one that had a problem. So if you're downgrading to 29.0.2, you should be fine. At least it looks like we're fine today, because this live stream has been going like a charm as far as I'm concerned. Time for me to get Dorga, Bullmon, Panda, Cinder, and Seat from this pool. Oof. What have you been doing the last 2 years when this game was out? Can you do Rare 2 Adventure without Cinder and Sprocket? We can try this. I mean, I got another minute. Rare 2 without Cinder and Sprocket. Okay, let me see. Rare 2 is red and no ranged units. Without Cinder and without Sprocket. Isn't that the one? Oh, right. So without Cinder is kinda easy because you got Sunshine. Without Sprocket is really hard. Because we cannot play Snazbang. Okay, so who is there? This would be an option. Not a great option. Not a great plan. Not a great plan. Ranged. Not ranged. Come on. You. Oh, you're also not ranged. Lionett? Probably not. Oh, Wingtip. Wingtip is... Okay, Wingtip definitely has to make the team because he's good. He's, like, actually good. I think that's it, right? So we could play the Red Rat, but let's not choke ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not going to work. We could play Lionett. Meh. So, quite honestly, without Sprocket, it's going to be a real challenge. There is a chance that Agna is going to be okay-ish, just because he might be able to absorb a lot of damage without getting hit. Sunshine seems like a shoe-in. You have those three. Yeah, let's not play... Like, there's no chance that the Red Rat is going to help us, because the Red Rat cannot clear several enemies at once. That's one of the things that we're looking for here. And the other thing that is important is the Red Rat is going to take damage. Like, her active basically says, I'm taking damage. So I think these are the units we're going for. We should be going for. The only problem is there's so many enemies. So many enemies. So we need to get them into a cluster. And then see if we can deal with them. Okay, so let's see. This guy can actually reach. He got Desert Strider, +1 movement when starting the turn in a dry bush. So he's got 3 movement. But I think there's an elevation there. Yeah, so he can only move close. So let's move Buzzy here. Wingtip can actually move here, because I don't see a reason why not. And Sunshine can go here. We don't have a unit that can repair. That's really bad. Okay. Is this the right enemy movement? Maybe. So we can eventually... We could get rid of 2 enemies here. Yep. Do we want to fly back or not? Probably not. I don't see how we're not going to take damage, to be honest. Yeah. So this general theory is okay. But the Wingtip positioning was bad. Wingtip probably has to go all the way to the left side. If you get lucky, you have the landmine there, and then no enemy can reach you. At least that's the theory. Now we need to get rid of these enemies. I think we would have to fly in and use the active. I don't see how we're not taking damage here. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So this is as close as we can get. We can get to the middle, and now we need to get lucky with a... Yeah. Okay, so if you're getting super lucky, there's a chance that Sunshine blocks the hit. So Sunshine doesn't take any damage. if you crit with Sunshine, this guy in the middle would have died, and then all of the rockets from Buzzy would have dealt with this guy because he would have been dead. So if you get like God tier RNG, there's a way to win this. But without God tier RNG... Oh, this other guy's still alive? Okay, well, okay, he was. Without having like a whole lot of luck with the RNG, I don't see how you can do this. But you can get close at least. We have a heal spot. Do we? We have a heal spot? Where's the heal spot? All the way at the bottom. Nah. Quite honestly, I don't even see that heal spot as an option. I'm sorry. Okay, let's think about this. We can try this one more time. Okay, so there's also the chance. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of this guy. And now we need to get up to the elevation. That's important with Buzzy. And Sunshine, you probably need to go here. Okay. Can we actually retreat all the way? No, we can't. Okay, so we have to go in. And our own landmine is screwing us now. Now that's ridiculous. I think the best option here is to go... Okay, now we got rid of the landmine on the bright side. If only we had another turn. One more turn, then we could throw 3 bombs. Ah, man, Sunshine. Just block everything and we win. Huh. I have to say I don't see it. Replace Wingtip with Static Crackle. We can't because we are not allowed to play ranged units. This would be relatively easy with Static Crackle because we could also repair our units. I think you need a mechanic, but the problem is the only mechanic that is not ranged, or the only 2 mechanics that are not ranged are Cinder and Sprocket. And if you don't happen to have those 2 units, tough. Definitely tough. Is Lionnet gonna be able to take out several enemies? Okay, last attempt. Last attempt with Lionnet. We need to get them to line up. Did I win 6 tokens or 10 tokens? You won the second run where we lost 4 units, so 6 tokens. Oh, actually... No, it's not a good idea. For a second I thought we can just like charge to the bottom of Lionnet and she's ending up on the healing spot immediately. Sounds like a plan, but it's not a great plan. Not a great plan. Okay, so let's keep Wingtip in. Let's bring in Lionnet. And Buzzy. Okay, let's see. So again, we need to go here. I think the left side is the better side here. And Lionnet, it probably doesn't matter. No, we don't want to go for the active. Okay. If Lionnet... crap, we need to get rid of this guy first. So if we go here... Oh, he's not dead? What? I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it at all. We could get Lionel on the healing spot, but like, what's the point? What is the point? Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna charge into the guy. We're not able to kill it. And then we're taking so much damage. Even though there's 2 more turns, there's like no chance that you can get to the healing spot and heal and just do all of the things that are required to do. That the game requires you to do here. This is also brutal with these guys and their hooks. They can just easily get you to where they want you to end up in. That just easily get the win. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see it. Without a non-ranged mechanic, this is going to be very hard. Also, Sunshine I think was better than Sprocket here. Yeah, than Lionett. Okay, I might draw them. Yeah, you might. Sure. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I need to make some phone calls. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And we're going to see each other soon again. Basically, when I have another 3 Onslaught tokens, then we can probably do another run. And see how far we can go then. It's going to be interesting to see if there's more encounters where there's going to be enemies round after round after round rather than spread out. That is definitely a new challenge and I like it a lot. Also the idea that... who was it? Sorry, was it Force? No, it was Casey Check, sorry. If the enemies were spawning somewhere else, that would also be very interesting, but I'm relatively certain that this would require developer hours, and developer hours for Riven Guard are in very short supply these days. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you guys very soon. Enjoy your weekend. Leave a comment, then you can win again. Bye-bye, everyone.